Boom shakalaka, Ethereum merge happens flawlessly. Willy Woo gives his Bitcoin bottom prediction, and one reason to be pretty optimistic about Bitcoin right now. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Happy Ethereum merge day. This will go down in history as being the day Ethereum became proof of stake. In this episode, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Willy Woo's Bitcoin bottom prediction and some reasons to be optimistic about Bitcoin price. Before we get into it, guys, though, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push the like button, and let's get into it. Fear and greed, same as we were yesterday. The overall price, same as we were yesterday. Bitcoin at 21.19, Ethereum at 16.06, BNB at 2.74, XRP 33 cents, Cardano 47 cents, Solana $33, and Dogecoin 6 cents. And notice the price of Ethereum has not changed after the merge. If you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, we have Lido Staked Ether, Kyber Network, Crystal, Cosmos Hub, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And you can check out Token Metrics, link down in the description. Now, Bitcoin today finding support on previous all-time high, $20,000. Right now sitting between the 200 weekly and the 280 weekly, this yellow and green line right here. Now, today, historic news. Ethereum merge to proof of stake occurs. Yes, it's happened, and we finalized. Happy merge all. This is a big moment for the Ethereum ecosystem. Everyone who helped make the merge happen should be very, very proud. Today, Vitalik claims that Ethereum will be able to process 100,000 transactions per second following the completion of 5 key phases: the merge, the surge, the verge, the purge, and the splurge. And we can see the merge right there. Now, that's going on for Ethereum. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, Willy Woo, after not making any posts for quite a while, is putting his hat in the ring on what he thinks could happen with Bitcoin. He says, has we bottomed? In terms of max pain, the market has not felt the same pain as prior bottoms. We can see this is the blue line, supply and profit by Glassnode. We can see where we are right now, not as low as we were previously. We've only reached 52% of coins being underwater so far. Prior bottoms were 61%, 64%, and 57%. Now, he does go on to say further that history doesn't necessarily need to repeat, especially in the modern era with futures hedging available that's not picked up on chain. But if we do get a repeat with max pain reaching 60%, and the price is currently at $9,100, with slowly drifting upwards over time. So he says if we do go to the same area, 60%, Bitcoin price could basically be cut in half from where it is right now, which is very, very interesting because within about 4 weeks, if we just, this is the 2017, 2018 peak, if we overlay that with where we are right now, and 4 weeks from now, 1 month from now, was when we had the 50% price cut that could line up with what Willy Woo is saying right here, the $9,100. So keep that in mind with what's going on with Bitcoin. But he says, this brings me to one of the signals I'm watching before rotating capital back in. Supply and profit trend line break. It broke cleanly in all of the prior bear market bottoms. You can see here we have the supply trend line. We can see that in previous bottoms, it broke right about here as the price went up. Right here, it broke right here as price went up. Hasn't yet broke. That's one thing he's keeping his eye on because he likes to quantify accumulation as coins moving away from sellers to urgent buyers. The red line tracks this. Black arrows are all the same height. So far, we haven't had the level of accumulation synonymous to prior bottoms. As you can see, all of these were the same height. We haven't had that yet, suggesting that maybe there might be another sell-off coming. Historically, bottoms coincide with short-term holders having a lower cost basis than long-term holders. We are close, but not there yet. Some time to burn, in his opinion. Now, in 2015, back here, we did have a final capitulation in this area. In 2019, it was already the absolute bottom. So where we are right now, who's to say? It's a coin flip. But like I mentioned, in about a month's time, November, that was when we had that massive drop. Could we have that happening again? Certainly. If we take a look at traditional markets, institutions have bought a record amount of hedges. This is absolutely crazy. Sometimes there's just a chart that blows your hair back. In 22 years of doing this, none stands out like this. Last week, institutional traders bought $8.1 billion of put options. They bought less than $1 billion in calls. This is 3 times more extreme than 2008. Now, a put option is basically They're betting on the market going down so that if it does, they can sell it and not lose money. This is record numbers. Does this mean that they're right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just the herd mentality and they're getting this completely wrong. As a matter of fact, another chart over the past 25 years, there haven't been too many days when every big tech stock drops. Today was one of them. Now, this is yesterday, but every member of the NASDAQ 100 declined. That's right, every single one declined. Good time to sell, eh? Maybe not. If we take a look at this, every time that all of them declined are these red lines right here. Now, we can see that shortly after them, we had a nice steep market recovery. This wasn't something like up the top there and then the price came down, or up at the top here and then the price came down. As a matter of fact, if we take a look, every time we had 0 stocks rising in the NASDAQ 100, 12 months later, we had at the lowest 7.7% gains, at the highest 78.1% gains. So that would be roughly an average of those two, about 40% gains over a year in the NASDAQ 100. Think about how that translates to cryptocurrency. But Bitcoin right now is still on track, standing back a little from the CPI announcement, not looking that bad. We have a weekly bearish divergence on the LMACD. And in past cycles, the price liked to retrace up to reload zones after bottoming. So we can see historically, kind of following this pattern almost exactly, we have the bullish crossovers following this trendline support breaking. And then we also have the reload zone. This could put Bitcoin right underneath $60,000 if we have the same type of thing happening. We also have the Bitcoin PMO, price momentum oscillator accumulation signal. The green dot crossover in the red zone oversold in the weekly chart. Crossover is about to happen. You can see that right here, about to cross over in the next week. Historically, this has signaled a massive bull run. When we had the crossover back here in 2019, look at that massive bull run. When we had the crossover here in 2015, look at that massive bull run. And if we take a look at this chart right here, right now, Bitcoin's in the chop zone. Now, the chop zone is when it turns red right here. Historically, chop zones, take a look at that. Bottom was already in. Chop zone, bottom already in. Well, could this already be in? It certainly could, particularly if we have surprise going on in the market, because maybe the market wants to disappoint the most institutional traders as possible. But however you look at it right now, the cycle channel oscillator shows periods of extreme market conditions. Usually the more extreme the conditions, the closer we get to a cycle top or a cycle bottom. Now, I can tell you from experience, it's not a cycle top right now. But Bitcoin is currently in extreme market conditions, as you can see down here when we were in this red area. Historically, signaling bottoms. Could this yet again signal a bottom? Certainly could. Now, why is right now pretty interesting time for a Bitcoin breakout? Well, if you take a look about the Bitcoin descending triangle, it's all about the breakout in Bitcoin's descending triangle. And every breakout, we see a strong short-term uptrend giving a nearly vertical move, 83 degrees in this chart. We can see every time we have a descending triangle, look at this, 83-degree breakout. In this, 83-degree breakout. In this, 83-degree breakout. We have a giant descending channel, 83-degree breakout, particularly if it catches everybody off guard. So that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to push the like button. It helps out so gosh darn much. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.